all get so busy, it's like where did the days go, right? It's like Orlando was July
16th.
Cool.
Weekend.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Like being behind the stage and
being nervous.
Did you know it's on the DVD?
I do. I haven't listened to it yet though. I can't bring myself to listen to it.
Why?
Yet. I don't know. Because I know what the moment was like for me and the fear and the excitement and the power with it. And I just scared to listen to it again.
What would you be scared of? Accepting the new you?
No. Hearing my own voice, I think.
Yeah?
I think it's hard. It's hard to realize that I've become an inspiration to people. So many women, men have said it, and it's hard. It's just odd.
I know.
It's surreal. It's surreal.
That what? 20, 30, 50,000 people are listening to you give a speech about life for the message of the month. That's what it is.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, no, it's crazy. But, I mean, the mindset is what I always think. I think about you all the time. It's like the mindset is, oh, God, a year ago almost, right? Where your mindset was then and where it is now, you know?
Big change.
Yeah, it's a huge change. I mean, do you even remember what it felt like back then?
Yeah, I do.
Like what?
When it started, before
When
my
I met
mind
you.
shift
Yeah.
changed, I don't let myself forget it.
Why?
So I know how far I've come. So I appreciate how far I've come. So I don't dwell on it, but I use it to empower me, to realize that I was in a hole, in a dark hole, and didn't know how to get out. And I don't want to forget what that was like, because that keeps me moving to know where I want to go with this, where I want to go with my life, and that I don't want to stop and be satisfied, that I want to keep going, because I know there's more.
Yeah. I deal with it all the time. It's like, people think overnight or over this year, oh, she's changed so much. It's like, you're still going to deal with these little things and little demons that can pull you back for even just 10 minutes at a time back in into the shitty world, right? It's like, it takes a while, you know? And I figured out the only thing that'll keep me from falling back, even still to this day, you know what I mean, is to remind myself of what I've done right. But it's a hard thing to do.
It is. It is. I don't know where I'd be without you, without a group of people that saw belief in me before I knew what belief was. And the greatest thing is knowing that someone else can get that belief too. So it was scary, and it was lonely, and being a mother, the biggest reason that I don't want to forget it is because I have a little girl that looks up to me. I have a little boy that looks up to me. And I don't ever want them to be in that place. That's the fear side of it, of going back. But then my 6-year-old daughter saying, "Mommy, I'm proud of you," and "Mommy, you work so hard." That's what dug me out when I didn't think I had anything left. And that's what gave me the faith and the power that I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice.
You ever wonder, like, I do all the time, like, I think about myself, it's like, you ever wonder where you'd be if this didn't happen?
The thought scares me.
Yeah. Oh. I know, I remember, but the thing is, you're just saying, it's like, I remember saying to Nick's article, thank you for believing me. He goes, yeah, that's a portion of it there, but that doesn't matter. That's Nick. He didn't care. He's like, cool, good for you, but thanks. If you didn't believe in yourself, He's like, Jeremy, I saw that you believed in yourself, so then I ran with you. If I thought you didn't, I just probably wouldn't have. Interesting, isn't it? Right?
It is, because I don't know how anybody could have believed in me then. You know? I mean, we sat on the phone for how long? And me, you know, crying and...
Hours for 4 days.
And I didn't... And I still find it so amazing that you did. That there was somebody that saw something in me before, over that shell, over that cracked shell, that you seen through it. And just encouragement and mentoring me to know and to gain that belief in myself. It changed everything.
Mm-hmm. You know what the hardest part is? And I don't tell anybody this, like, you can't just go tell new leaders or new people this, because it could scare the piss out of you. The hardest part, though, is not falling into the mediocrity of being an average leader. Does that make sense? Like, what I mean is, what are you gonna do now? Because, you know I went years with nothing, and then all of a sudden I have all this stuff. I started falling into this life of just having stuff and forgetting about all the people that need my help. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do now? You gonna fall into it?
You never stop
You gotta
growing.
keep raising the lid, right?
Right.
That's the coolest part.
Growing and learning and never stopping. And I think never appreciating everything and never settling into that.
Right.
I made it, and
right.
This is it.
Right.
There's no top to it.
There's things to settle in, but not that. It's like, you think the hardest thing, because I do, and I wanted to ask you now that, it's like, I couldn't ask you this a year ago, that's for sure, but isn't it the hardest thing to deal with when you want to just shake 100 people standing in front of you and tell them to wake up and become, you get to your mindset?
Yeah.
Right?
It is, because if I can do it, if I can get out of that, if I can shake myself to get out of it, and you see somebody else and you know what it was like to be lost and get your way, find your way, and you want so many other people to do it, that is the hardest part. But it's within themselves, and it's just believing.
It's funny because, yeah, it's like six months ago, probably for you, when you started to feel success, you wanted to shake people, but
Yeah.
now you know it. So it's like, what do you tell, if you could tell these people now that you know it's a different mindset, what do you tell them knowing their mindset's here, not here? I think about it all the time. It's hard to figure out. What would you tell them?
To find the good qualities within themselves. Find those, and don't focus on what's got you there. If you dwell on that, if you're somewhere that you don't want to be, and you dwell on why you got there, how you got there, and you drown in your own misery. And if you see the way out of that, and you visualize the way out of that, and you believe in it, and you just focus on that belief, then you're it. That's it. That's it. It's just the belief. And to visualize it.